Many years ago, lived a couple named Ugo and his beautiful wife Waka. Waka was beautiful, easygoing, respectful, and hardworking. Waka was still in her early 20s when she got married to Ugo. A year after graduation from the university, Waka studied mass communication in the university. When she was very young, she admired the beautiful, gorgeous female newscasters that were always on the screen. She just loved being in front of the camera. Ugo and Waka's marriage was loving, beautiful, and peaceful, although they had no child after being married for the past 4 years. But this they did not allow to come in between their love for each other. But the peace and love they both shared was cut short when Ugo suddenly lost his job. Waka, since she got married, had made all efforts to get herself a job, but all her efforts proved abortive. So one of her friends introduced her to social media. So from time, Waka would post her life, her pictures on Facebook and TikTok. It was now a year since Ugo lost his job and he could not afford the rent of his one-bedroom apartment where he had lived with his wife for over 4 years now. And to add to their problem, their landlord sent them a letter which stated that he had increased their rent by 50%. So Ugo and Waka decided to move to the village. This Waka was not happy about. Her relationship with Mamugu has never been cordial. Mamugu never liked her. From the first time she came visiting Ugo's parents, the night before they traveled to the village, Ugo and Waka had some conversations. Not that I like traveling to the village, knowing who my mother is, but we can't continue to stay here until the landlord forcefully evacuates us out of this house, and that would bring us shame. I promise that I'll do all I can to defend you from my mom, Ugo assured Waka after Waka tried to show her reasons for not wanting to make the journey. But Waka was left with no choice but to travel with Ugo down to the village. Ugo was the only son of his parents. His father was a retired headmaster, serving in the village council as one of the chief advisors. Mamugu was a businesswoman. She traveled to different towns selling her dry fish, which was giving her lots of money in the village. Ugo and Waka's return was unexpected. Mamugu gave them this cold stare when she met Ugo and Waka in the living room when she returned from the fish market that evening. "Mama, good evening, ma." "Mama, welcome," they greeted. What are both of you doing here?" she asked. Her face looked stern. Waka avoided her eyes, while Ugo explained to her why they returned. This Mamugo was not pleased with as she walked into her bedroom. Few months later, Waka sat on her bed, musing over the past events of her life. She had just had the backlash from Mamugo that afternoon. Since her return to the village with Ugo, Mamugo have never allowed her to drink water and keep the cup. She was always complaining about everything. She was either complaining of her dressing or her makeup. She was always giving Waka this negative energy that always saddened Waka's heart, and she would constantly remind her that she had not given Ugo, her son, a child. That afternoon, Mamugo had just returned from the fish market and had asked Waka to pay the cassava she bought from the village market that evening. "Mama, please, my monthly visitor is here. I'm really in serious pains. Once I'm fine, I will pay the cassava." And before Waka would finish, Mama Ugo interrupted her. As if the visitor is of any use. And for the past 5 years now, there's no result to show that this visitor is real. Who even knows if you're not faking it? If it's pressing your phone now, or painting your nails and your face, you will not be in pain. Mamugo thundered in anger as she walked into her bedroom. Waka was in tears. This has been her life since she returned to the village. She felt this deep pain in her heart. She remembered when she lost her both parents due to a tribal conflict in the far north, and after the burial of her both parents, she was left in the care of her uncle named Edozie. Waka remembered that she was 7 when she was enrolled into the primary school. Her uncle's wife, Mamudo, have insisted she must be of that age so she could start hawking for her back then in Onitsha. Growing up for Waka was tough. There was nothing she did not hawk for Mama Odo, her uncle's wife. All the years she lived with her uncle, she got nothing from her uncle and his wife without her working for it. Waka, being a bright student, was able to go to university on a federal government scholarship. And in her second day in university, she met Ugo, who was transferred from his office in Benin to Onitsha. That year, Ugo then was working with an engineering firm, and with Ugo's financial assistance, Waka for the first time had some relief. Back then in university, Waka sold almost anything her little savings could afford, and when she got married to Ugo, he was the best thing that happened to her. He loved her so much, making sure she was happy. But since their return to the village, Mamugu have made her life miserable. She also remembered that during her wedding, while everyone was dancing and celebrating, she noticed Mamugu sitting in a corner, her lips pressed tight like she had swallowed something bitter. She was complaining about her wedding gown. It was too revealing. She complained about how her makeup was too heavy, that she looked like a harlot. If not that Ugo that morning before they came to the church insisted that he was the one that chose her wedding gown, and that's why the makeup was heavy. She reminded her, Mama, this is a wedding makeup, not just a casual outing. Mama, can you just leave my wife alone? Today is our day, don't spoil it for us. Putting Mamugu in her place, Mamugu quickly left. She sneered as she made her way into the car that was taking her and Ugo's father to the church venue. And as if that was not enough, when they got to the church venue, as they were taking pictures, she could hear Mamugu whispering to one of Ugo's uncles, "Don't you people that this girl is too stubborn. You see these Gen Z girls, they don't respect anyone. Look at her long nails, like that of an eagle ready to pluck out the eyes of its prey. I want Ugo that his wife is not a wife material. You know Obi now, Mazingine's last daughter. Is she not matured and hardworking? I chose her for my son Ugo, and he rejected her and chose this charlatan. This baby doll." Mamugu continued in anger. She maintained her lone tone. Mamugu, my wife, the truth is that you have to calm down. This is your son's choice, and there is nothing you can do about it. I think you just have to support your son's marriage. After all, you are not going to live with them. This tumbled Waka's heart, almost ruining her day for her. But she made up her mind not to allow Mama Ugo's unkind words get to her. She decided to enjoy herself and allow no spoiler of joy break her down. As she took her marriage vows with Ugo, she felt this strange feeling and fear in her. She knew she was in deep trouble because it was crystal clear that Mama Ugo hated her. Waka stood up and went close to the window, still in thoughts. She suddenly muttered to herself, "Mama Ugo didn't just dislike me. She hates me. She has made life unbearable for me. It's not just the snide remarks or the criticisms. It is the way she has gone out of her way to make me suffer." Waka still stood, lost in thoughts, not noticing when Ugo walked in. "Babes, what is it? Why the sad look?" As Ugo drew closer to Waka. "Waka, you are crying. What happened to you? Eyes are red. Is it not Mama? I don't know what I can do to pacify her or make her have a change of mind towards me. Since we returned to the village, you sometimes witness the harsh words she used on me. She treats me as if I'm not a woman. Like her, Ugo. You remember when we returned to the village newly and my phone went missing? We searched and searched everywhere. We even tried calling it, but it was switched off. And hours later, I had gone to empty the trash can that evening when I heard my phone beeping inside the trash can. I knew it was the handwork of Mama. Thank God I was lucky to find it on time. That was why I quickly pulled it out. It was covered in dirt and oil. The screen already cracked. I looked at Mama who sat on the veranda, to see the eyes she gave me that day as she continued chewing her groundnut like nothing happened. I clearly remembered that when she walked past the passage to the kitchen, to my utter disbelief, I overheard her saying, "Maybe next time you won't be pressing the phone instead of cooking," she said with a smile. Go, you know it took efforts for me to restrain talking back at her. "Please, babes, it's okay. You are breaking my heart with these words. What brought up this talk now?" Ugo asked in concern. "Ugo, which one will I count? The last time I fell sick, down with a bad fever, that I could barely move. I had malaria and typhoid, and you had rushed to a nearby pharmacy to get me some medicine. And when you came back, you found me outside shivering. You were surprised to see me there, sitting outside in that condition. You quickly rushed to me, and you asked me, what am I doing outside? You were in shock. When I told you that Mama dragged me out of the bedroom, I whispered, tears in my eyes. Go, you turned to her. Your hands were shaking, and in anger you shouted, Mama, why are you this mean to my wife? And what was Mama's reply? She shrugged her shoulders and said, a good wife should not be lazy. If she has strength to marry, she should have strength to cook. That was she the one to enter the kitchen when I was there lying lazily. Even when you tried to explain to her that I was not being lazy, how I go my way to do everything for her to make her happy. I make sure I do everything to please Mama. Ugo, please leave me. Let me cry my cry. Since this is how life have chose to treat me. Ugo drew Waka closer to himself, holding her hands. Babes, you know I love you. I have always known that my mother have always opposed our relationship, but there is nothing she can do. All I ask is that you should be strong. You know I don't support her. I will not allow her disrespect you. Go, please. I just want us to leave this house. We have been enjoying our peace until we return to the village. My heart is heavy. How many times have your mother called me a barren witch? Please, Ugo, let's move out. But Ugo shook his head. Babes, to where now? I don't even have up to 20,000 naira in my account. What can 20,000 naira do for both of us? Ugo said in pain. You know I cannot stand to see you in pain. But in this situation, there is nothing I can do. You know my mother is just being difficult. He has proved to be a hard nut. In my family, since our return, have you seen my sisters around? You know I don't like what my mother is doing, but my hands are tied. So we just have to continue to stay here for now while I continue my job search. Please, babe, I'm so sorry for everything. So after some time, Waka dried her tears with her hands. I just tried to say my mind, release the pain. You know I've bottled a lot since we returned to the village. As for your mother, I won't make you choose between both of us. I've made up my mind not to cause any rift between both of you, Waka said softly. I know this is a phase in my life that will surely pass. Thank God that your father is supportive and kind. And I also have you. So it's okay, I'll be fine, Waka said, reassuring Ugo, who looked downcast. It's okay, Ugo, don't worry about me. I will be fine, Waka promised. A few weeks later, Waka continued posting videos and pictures on her Facebook account and TikTok. And that fateful morning, she was trying to record. Mamugu walked into the living room. She saw Waka talking and holding her phone. This looked so strange to her, and she screamed, Bianwa, give me that phone, Oseso. You run mad. I said it too. This phone is your problem. See how you're talking to yourself and smiling. Sheepishly, she grabbed the phone from Waka's hand. Oh, Mama, what is it now? If you don't know about something, can't you ask questions? See how you just interrupted my recording? Mama, I don't like what you are doing. And in a flash of seconds, Mamugu gave Waka a hot slap. Mama, what did you just do? You slapped me. Ugo that morning had gone to the village computer center. He was still there, going through some job sites, when his phone rang. And it was their close neighbor, Mamugu. Ugo, where are you now? Whatever you are doing, just leave it, oh. Your wife is in trouble, oh. Come home, oh. Come home, oh. Your mother will kill your wife, oh. You have to hurry now, Ugo. That was how Ugo quickly left the computer center and rushed home. And when he got home, to his amazement, he found Waka sitting on the floor, holding her cheek, her eyes red and swollen. Mamugu stood over her, still shouting, useless girl. You are the worst mistake my son made. Since you came into my son's life, that has been hard luck. Banje, Mamugu thundered in anger. Mama, what are you doing? What did you just call my wife? She raised her voice at me. Mamugu screamed. A small girl like this wants to teach me how to behave in my own house. She doesn't want anyone to correct her. Ugo's hands clenched into fists as he turned to Waka and quickly asked, did she hit you, babe? Even though Mama Ugo slapped Waka, Waka just kept quiet. Ugo almost lost his patience. Babe, but your eyes are red. You look pale. I hope my mother did not touch you. No, she did not. Waka lied. Ugo helped Waka to her feet. He continued pacing about the living room. Nanga, Mama, you are biting more than you can chew. Ugo was in serious pain. That was the moment something broke inside Ugo as he faced his mother face to face. Mama, you will never lay a hand on my wife again. Ugo thundered. Immediately, his father walked in, and meeting the scene, he was angry and sad. Mamugo, what's all this? What did you do to Waka? Why are you treating this girl like this? You have daughters too. This is our son, and this is his home. Don't know why you have decided to be a pain to everybody in this house. They are our daughters. Since they got married, they barely return home. How many times did they call you on the phone? Mamugo, you have to be very careful. This is not right at all. This way you are going is destructive. You will not say I did not warn you. Papa Ugo continued sadly. Papa, if not for one thing, Mama is taking my silence for lack of strength. Ugo's voice was shaking with rage. Papa warned Mama, never should she lay her hands on my wife. Or else what? Mamugu interjected. What would you do, Ugo? Ugo beat me now because of this barren Obanji winch. It's only makeup and pressing her phone that she knows. She start crying like a baby. Every time she would carry her phone, speaking grammar, smiling on the phone sheepishly to see what she was doing this afternoon. As if that was not enough, Mamugo threw herself on Ugo, pointing her finger to his face. And Rapa, beat me now. I'm so sorry for you, Ugo. Just went and bought a furniture and call her your wife. Meanwhile, for Waka, that would have been the breaking point for her. She wiped away her tears and walked back into their bedroom without uttering a word. For the first time, Mamugo looked surprised and confused as she sat on the sofa muttering words. She had thought Waka would get angry or maybe Ugo would not stand for her. Waka was heartbroken. This was not the first time Mamugo was calling her a witch, but she could not bear Ugo a child. Waka was still trembling in tears when Ugo walked into their bedroom pleading with her. Babes, please forgive my mother. You saw I almost lost it. I almost hit my mother. Waka did not say a word. Ugo, she only lay on the bed, her pillow filled with her tears. Ugo lay close to her and did not know when he fell asleep. That night, Waka thought about leaving Ugo's house. She had endured enough in the hands of her mother-in-law. She had a lot of thoughts, and for the first time, she had a new perspective to everything that was happening. For the first time, she understood that Mamugu was hurting too. Ugo was her only son. She was not happy that she had still not been able to give her a grandchild. Waka had a talk with herself that night. So from that night, she made up her mind to become stronger for herself and for Ugo. She chose to become stronger than her pain. Ugo was not the enemy, if not that she could not bear child for Ugo. Maybe the reverse would be the case. So that night, she prayed and cried that God would remember her and open her womb. And the next day, Waka woke up, being vibrant and joyful. She continued her life as if nothing happened. 4 months later, one morning, something unexpected happened. Mamugu had just returned from the market and had gone to the restroom to ease herself when she collapsed in the restroom. She was struggling to breathe, clutching her chest. Everybody panicked. Fortunately for them, with the help of their neighbors, Mamugu was rushed to the nearby clinic. Right there in the doctor's office, Mr. Ugo, from the lab results, your mother had a high BP and high blood sugar, which had resulted into a stroke. The doctor's words hit Ugo like a blow. Ugo's eyes widened in shock. Doctor, please, help my mother. My mother have always been a strong woman. She went to the market yesterday and walked back home herself until the unfortunate incident. Ugo, you don't have to be very worried. It's a mild stroke. She needs is rest and physiotherapy. I promise you she will be fine. She also needs a change of diet, a better healthy lifestyle. So Ugo tried to call her elder sisters to update them with their mother's health condition. But to his disappointment, they both said to him that they were busy. Brother, don't want mama's problem. You know her very well. Your wife is there. Take care of mama. That was Enkay, his eldest sister. On the phone, Ugo, please don't be angry. Don't have strength for mama's trouble at all. I will send you some money. That's all I can do. And she ended the call. Mama Ugo was discharged from the hospital after she had expected her two daughters to come and see her since the accident. She had to ask Ugo one afternoon why his sisters have not come to see her. Ugo was struggling with words. Mama, Mama, you just have to be fine first. This is what matters for now. As he avoided her eyes. I understand, my son. No problems. Mama Ugo replied sadly as she lay on her bed. However, the following months later, to Mama Ugo's disbelief, Waka had been her caretaker this month since she had the stroke. Waka bathed her, fed her, would sit beside her when she couldn't sleep. Waka did all the things Mamugu had once sworn she was incapable of doing. Mamugu in the first few days fought. She said sadly, "This girl, just leave me. I know you are happy about my condition. Just leave me alone and stop the pretense," she snapped. Waka only smiled. "No, Mama, I'm not going anywhere. You need my help, and I'm here to give you all the help you need," Waka replied softly. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, Mamugu was broken. With the love and care Waka showed her, her face was filled with guilt and shame. She knew that even her daughters could not show her such love, care, and patience. One evening, as Waka adjusted Mamugu's pillows, she heard Mamugu whisper something. Mama, do you want any other thing?" Waka asked calmly. "Thank you. God bless you, my child." although it was barely audible, but it was real. Waka, I'm sorry for all the wrongs. You see, I was ignorant. I have always had this mindset that city girls, especially some of you girls of this generation, are not well trained. I get pissed off whenever I see these young girls pressing their phones, taking pictures, like you do, even in the markets and church. I wonder, when do they even have time to cook for their husbands, do better things with their life? Waka, part of your education and your exposure, part of my e-treatments have proved me wrong. Here are my daughters today. They turned their backs on me, even though I do not blame them much. I've always been so mean. Them, you see, when they newly got married, I wanted to be in charge of their marriage. That was what broke our relationship. Waka, you refuse to hate me, Mamugu said, looking at Waka. Voice was weak, her eyes tender, holding something, full of shame and regrets. Mama, it's okay. So sorry about everything. You misjudged me, but there is no problem. After all, you are my husband's mother. Also my mother. If you are my mother, will I throw you away? I won't reject you. I will still love and be patient with you. And that was all I did. Thank God we are here today. A few weeks later, Mugo called Waka into her bedroom one afternoon. She gave her two of her finest, most expensive wrappers. Waka, you deserve this. If I have more, I would give to you. You see, in our culture, this meant something. It means acceptance. And from today, I accept you from my heart, wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly. I love you. I know a lot have happened in the past between us, but I'm here to make amends. And I pray for you from today, this land will favor you. And as God bless me with both females and your husband, my only son, may your home be filled with children. I believe strongly that from you, I will get grandchildren. Tears welled up Waka's eyes. She broke down in tears as Mamugu drew her to herself. They finally hugged for the first time. Ugo just stood at the door looking at them, but smiling. Mama, behold your daughter-in-law Waka. Isn't she beautiful? Mamugo busted in laughter. My son, you really have eyes for beautiful things. Waka is not just physically beautiful. She have a beautiful soul. And I'm grateful to God that I have her as my daughter-in-law. Waka also laughed, shaking her head. So as Waka took the wrappers to her bedroom, she said to Ugo, I'm happy my patience and love finally won, even though it took Mama long enough. But I'm happy this is finally happening. Though Waka had been through a lot from Mamugu, she had every reason to hate her. But instead, she chose love, and somehow that love won. Waka still continued with her content creation, and soon she blew up on Facebook and YouTube. This time, Mama Ugo supported her and would sometimes appear in her vlogs. A beautiful relationship was developed between Waka and her mother-in-law. And a few years later, Waka got pregnant, had a set of twins, a boy and a girl. And Mama Ugo came to live with them in the city. Ugo now had a better job with a very good pay. He had a car, beautiful house. In short, he gave Waka and their twins comfortable life. Waka grew to become a big influencer, earning thousands of dollars. And through her social media platform, she was able to live her dream of always being on the screen. She was not just having fun, she was also touching lives. And for Mama Ugo, she learned that she should not judge a book its cover. She had hated Waka for the wrong reason. She regretted her actions. Waka and Ugo, their beautiful twins, lived happily ever after. Thank you so much for watching this story. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please let's share our thoughts in the comment sections. The moral lessons we have learned from this story. Please share this story with your loved ones. Click the like button and subscribe to this channel for more beautiful stories. Until I bring another story your way, stay blessed and bye!